there, Super Duty owners. Welcome back to Power Stroke Maintenance. Today I'm going to be reviewing my Fox Performance Series 2.0 shocks. I'll put a link below to the exact model and where you can buy them. I bought all four of mine off of Extreme Performance Diesel, but there's tons of other online sites that have these. I would say that these shocks are well worth the money. They are easy to install, assuming you don't have a pair of super old OEM shocks on. You know, it'll probably take you, if it's your first time doing it, about 4 hours to do all four shocks. If you've done them before, it might take less time, especially if you have the right tools for the job. First time I installed shocks on my truck, I didn't have the right size crescent wrench, and it took me a long time to get them off, the OEM ones in that regard. So anyway, these are, you know, pretty easy to install. It's 8 bolts total, and they really do improve the ride quality. I would say they do a great job getting rid of the body roll on a Super Duty when you're leaving a road, going to a secondary road, or there's like an expansion joint, or you know, anything that's going to cause one side of the truck to dive, maybe a pothole. They totally fix the body roll, and the control that you feel when cornering, I mean, it feels like the truck is a sports car. It's kind of unreal. They are more stiff than like a Bilstein. I had a set of Bilstein 4600s before I put the Fox shocks on, and they were definitely a little softer and more plush feeling. But in terms of performance, I think the Fox shocks far outshine Bilstein, just with the amount of body roll that they prevent. Like they just make the truck handle so much better than OEM or than even like the 4600 series Bilsteins. I would say outside of that, they look great. I live in New England, and I haven't had any trouble with them rusting or coming apart. They fit like OEM. You don't have to do a lift. I think that's one of the big misconceptions out there, is they do make these shocks for OEM ride height trucks. And so my truck is not lifted. It's a 2019 F250, and I have 35s on it, but I did not do a suspension lift. I left the OEM ride height. I just did tires and shocks and a steering stabilizer. So now, as far as the bad of these shocks, there's not much other than the price point. So you are going to be out 800 bucks for doing all four of these on your truck, and that is a lot. I know like the Bilstein 4600 series are like $100 a shock, so they're half less. I would say you definitely do get at least 100% more better performance with the Fox shocks over the Bilsteins. But if price point is an issue, get the cheaper Bilsteins. They still improve ride quality. They just don't give your truck that performance sporty feel. So it really depends on what you're going for too. If you just want a little bit better shock, like the Bilsteins are great, but the Fox shocks are expensive. That's really the only con I can think of. For some people out there, they may view the stiffer feel of the Fox shocks. So like I was saying, they're very performance oriented. They stop a lot of the body roll. If you want something that's a little bit more plush feeling, then these might not be the right shock for you. Alright, it'll be kind of hard for you to get a sense of how these do. This road is really bumpy and kind of narrow for the speed limit being 35. So if you actually go 40 on this road, you know, it's pretty bumpy, and hopefully you'll kind of get a sense. But I mean, before, when I had OEM shocks and I would drive this road, the truck was all over the place. And now with the 35s and these Fox shocks, it does bounce still, and it'll ping off of stuff a little bit, but it's way more controlled. You feel way more in control of the vehicle. You know, when I hit expansion joints on the highway, it doesn't feel like the truck is gonna like jump off the road. So I'll shut up now and just let you kind of see how this goes. But I'm gonna be driving for a little bit, so you can get a sense of how these perform on kind of a bumpier, narrow road. check them out. I'll leave a link below to where I purchased them. I love them on my truck. I think, you know, I have another video on how to improve the ride quality of your Super Duty. I think doing 35 tires, Fox shocks, and a steering stabilizer as like the budget ride improvement option is fantastic.